It is Dr. Craig here, and welcome to the Sunday night hangout. So I've gone live. It's the first time I've gone live for quite a while. So if the stream was a bit sketchy, then do forgive me. So what are we doing tonight? Sunday night, I've just taken the dog out for a run walk. I like to run, but I'm having trouble with my knee. So as I explained to a lot of the people in the practice, a run walk's an awesome way to get back. Run walk, I was actually some protein balls. Keto style diet. But I find myself slipping quite a lot. I keep wanting some sweet stuff. So I've got my protein ball recipe here. Really simple, love it. 2 cups of walnuts, nuts or seeds of your choice. 1 cup of shredded unsweetened coconut. 2 cups of dates, 2 tablespoons of coconut oil, 1/2 teaspoon of sea salt, and 1 teaspoon of vanilla. I will endeavour to put that in the description, so you want to kick that down later. In the meantime, if you've got any comments, just throw them up there as we go through. It's always a pleasure to see you. So now I'm in the North America, although I've got an English accent, I live in North America. A cup is actually a measurement. I think it's 275 mils or something like that. But I just use a cup of my choice. So in this case, I'll use this one because I want to make quite a few of them. Dates, of course, for medjool dates, I use the Parnouche ones because they're already seeded and they are great value. So I'm going to whack a couple of cups of those in. I've of course already washed my hands. If you're thinking, what is he doing? I'm going to check the cupboard because I think my wife's been making dead squares. Yeah, so I'm going to be slashing my recipe in half. So my wife's been making date squares, so the dates are gone. So there you go, this is live TV. So we've got 2/3 of a cup there, of a big cup. So that's probably actually 2 regular cups. So that works pretty well because my almonds are almost out as well. I use almonds, but you can use all sorts. I actually like to use sunflower seeds. They are pretty good value. And it can be any seeds of any choice. It can be a mixture, it doesn't have to be the same one. I've got these peanuts here. Obviously, you've got to work on your allergies. Whichever one allergies you've got to avoid them, obviously. But you're intelligent people, so you don't really need reminding about that. So we've got the medjools, we've got the unsweetened coconut. All right, love this stuff, really easy to get hold of, shredded, tastes good, and it's some good protein. Actually, what does it say on the back? So per 15 grams, protein is 1 gram. So it's about 7% protein by weight. The almonds, just if you're interested, just while we're getting this done. So I need half as much unshredded coconut. So it's going to be just over half, well, around about half a cup. The almonds, 10 grams and 50. So the almonds are actually 20% protein. So obviously, if you're doing a keto style diet or a paleo diet, we're trying to eat more protein, less carbs. So obviously looking at the protein content is a good idea. I'll throw that in there. It talks about coconut oil. But what I'm going to do, before I put the coconut oil in, I'm going to put the dry ingredients in my blender, in my Vitamix. So it's just over here. I'll spin you around so you can check it out. And yeah, we've been cooking all day in the kitchen, so it's a bit of a mess. So I've got my Vitamix. I'm just going to throw the dry ingredients in because I'm going to chop them up and then I'm going to put them in a food processor, which makes the whole business very, very easy. What I've found in the past, when I put wet ingredients in with this, it gets a bit claggy. So this is going to make a noise. Yeah, so now obviously blend it down to a consistency you like. This is what it looks like. Just for, there you go. So that's what tablespoons of coconut oil, the sea salt and the vanilla. Top tip, if you keep your coconut oil in a cupboard, don't keep it with your vegetable ghee or your butter ghee. I actually made my last protein balls with ghee instead of coconut oil, and ghee tastes kind of like popcorn butter, so it tasted kind of funky. But the kids still love them. Right, so we're gonna pop that in. I'm just gonna pop that into the blending bowl, and then we've got the Kenwood blender. Sorry, KitchenAid blender. So tip the majority of the dry ingredients there. Nice. A couple of big dollops of coconut oil. And let's have a look and see what this has got. As far as protein goes, well, it's mostly going to be fat, isn't it, of course. Protein 0 grams per 10 grams, but 10 grams of fat. So one of the ways to lose weight is to eat more fat, because the body doesn't then crave stuff, doesn't crave carbohydrates. The carbohydrates, ironically, compared to what I was taught when I was a kid, the carbohydrates actually combine together and make up the fat, which is why a lot of people go for these keto style, paleo style diets. Right, and this for me is the way to cut out snacks, okay, in between. It's really key. This actually is the first step of a program that I teach. I'm actually going to be teaching it. It's an Eventbrite. We'll be having it on the 30th of December, and it's going to be 15 pounds healthier in 15 weeks. And the first step is cutting out snacking, and this is how we do it. We do it with things like protein balls or protein bites or egg bites, or the same idea but different variations, all right? So we got that in. We're going to throw some vanilla in. We're going to throw some salt. We got our vanilla. Throw just a teaspoonful in. Kind of it's my wife's good vanilla. That's my dog, making a lot of noise. Hey, where are you? Come here. Come here. Come here. And sit. Sit. There she is. This is Rosie. This is Rosie. Give her a little love. So, my hands again, because I've got a dog on them. Okay, now stay to the end, because I do have a pro tip for you for your protein bites. Even if you know how to make them, I'm going to show you this. This is a real game changer in the production facility of protein bites. Okay, so I've got all that together. Just double check that I've got everything in. Oh, my sea salt. I didn't get my sea salt in. I do the pink Himalayan salt. I've never actually looked to see what nutrients it has in it. I just assume it's got more nutrients than the processed iodine salt, which I'm sure it has. So we've got a bowl in there. We put our blade in, and that is going to whiz it all up. We lock it down. Make sure she's plugging in. Now, if I'm doing double sizes, which I was intended to do, then you just got to be a little bit careful at this stage, because as it mixes it throws it out of the bowl. So that's just mixing it up there. Now, so at this stage, if it doesn't look claggy enough to make the little balls, or the, I'm going to show you what I do to make them look very pretty, then you just add some water. Okay, put my recipes over there. So I'm going to... Hey there guys, if you've just arrived, and say, throw something up in the chat. It's always nice to see you. If you have any questions about protein recipes to eat when you are looking to eat healthier, just throw them in the chat. So I got my, I got my metal tray here. It's just a baking tray. Now you don't need to freeze or bake these. It's one of the wonders if you've never made them before. It's really super cool. They just pop into the fridge. In the fridge, they can last a couple of weeks. But if you freeze them, I think they can last months. And to be honest, I've never had them go off. But when you eat them, if you've never had them before, they fill you up, just like 1 or 2 of them will fill you up. And they stop you craving snacks, cookies, chips, all that sort of stuff. So that's what the main reason that I bang them up at the beginning of the week. Preparation is key. Okay, and I'm just looking for the spoon. Okay, so I've got a teaspoon measure. This is the pro tip. Okay, so I've got a teaspoon measure. You get hold of some plastic wrap. You put it in your measuring thing, and then what we're going to do in just a second. Now this is as an adult if I'm making them. Now if I'm with my kids, I'll get their hands like washed and then get their hands in the mix, actually rolling balls, which is an absolute win. Okay, that's looking pretty good. I'm going to put a tiny bit of water in, just because we want to. I don't want to have to take it out and then add water again in a moment. I want to make sure we get it one and done. And this is literally, as you can see, it's taken me, it's 11 minutes now. Normally if I'm not talking, this is probably done by now. So we're just speeding up there a little bit. We're going to open that up. I'm going to start to run the sink in a moment. I'll leave it for the moment. Normally I would run the sink right now. And then what I'm going to do, let's get you guys looking at what I'm up to at the moment. Okay, so here's the tray, here's the bowl of mixture, and that's what it looks like now. We've mixed it up and it's got some of the white stuff in. Gonna have that little feel, yeah, that's perfect. So that little bit of water really did it. Now what I do is I get a scoop like that, okay, get a scoop like that, and then I'm just gonna turn it over and tap it and it falls out straight away. Now I've tried about 4 or 5 different variations of ice cream scoops and just all sorts of different things to try and make this process. Actually, I had a little scoop on one of my videos with like a little rubber back, and you press it and it pops out. But this is just so easy. Just need a little bit of plastic wrap or cling film, as I call it, and then we're going to bang those out. And you can see those starting to form there. Okay, so there's my little troops. I'm starting to form there. This is my hunger troops. Now, what we can do is if we've got guests coming around, or if we want to impress somebody, or like when I do my workshops, I normally sprinkle, you can put chocolate powder on them, or you can put coconut on them, and they look like little truffles. They look very high class. So you can actually have the same recipe, have 3 different colors, white, the natural, and cocoa, and it looks like you've got 3 different flavors, but it's actually all the same stuff. And no one really eats more than 1 or 2, so then they're not really going to notice the difference. And if you've got a bit of cocoa powder on, then it tastes a bit chocolatey anyway. So there we go. So we're going to bang those out. I'm going to pop those in the fridge. Right, that is a super, super easy recipe. I hope you've enjoyed that little hangout on Sunday. Well, actually, you can hang out with me till I'm done if you want. I'm just here doing a little bit of protein balls. If you've got any comments, throw them down below. If you're doing the replay, then do throw a comment below, because it all helps. This is the Loving Life Chiropractic, and then I've got another channel, Dr Craig Hindson, which is migraines, headaches, neck and upper spine issues. I am an upper spine expert. That's what I get some very good results at the moment, especially in the realms of migraines. Okay guys, so I'm almost there, almost finished. I'm gonna... Right, so I hope that has been of use. Do come back, say hey. I'll be throwing a few more live episodes on this channel, and also check out the other channel, Dr. Craig Hindson, for the migraine stuff, the headaches. All right, Dr. Craig over and